Hello everyone, welcome back to my Jay Bird. And this is game 15 of Battle of the Boxes. I'm in white, and I'm calling this Knight over the Crown, Knight's Bird, 2-pawn push, deep Fritz 8, rook lift. Now, I did use the arrows, but I started to pick the arrows at a certain point. I didn't listen to the arrows until then. The opening's all mine 100%. And let's get down to it and check this out. Oh, to bot 2650 this is. And I did use the arrows, but I'll show you the point where I started to use them. But I pick and choose my arrows though too, all the way through, if I wanted to or not. So let's go on with this. D3, C5, A3, D5, D2, C6, H3, E5, E3. It's starting my typical pawn pushes for the J Bird. After E3, F6, into the Knight's Bird, right here. And I forgot to tell you before we go back here, when the knight was over the queen, that's the knight crown. We'll go back over this game again real quick. After E2, E7, and I chose this opening. This is the openings I created. I don't listen to no arrows so far. After E7, G4, E6, H2. Now my deep Fritz 8 rook lift right here. The 2-pawn push, right here's the 2 pawns. After H2, castles, G2. Finish the rook lift. After G2, H6. And still, I chose this. I came up with this in 2010. The only thing difference is this bishop was here and the knight was still back here. And he castled like this, but it's a little bit different how they open it. And it was on a 2-minute blitz too. After H6, H4, A5, G5, this is all me, no arrows. After G5, G5 takes, G5 takes, this is still me. H7, still me, G6, I push. He goes G5. Now let's see what the next move is. Oh, I take, obviously I'm taking it. No matter what the arrows would say, I'm taking that piece. This is still standard here when I beat Deep Fritz 8 in 2010. This kind of look and style. Except I lost 2 pawns. I lost an extra pawn. I lost my pawns, and this was like this, similar. After F7, F7 takes. I go H5. Now, after this point, I had to pay attention. And then I looked at the arrows. After F8, it wanted me to go G6. And I looked at it before. Oh, that's pretty good. Then look, the queen could come out here. The rook's here. This is looking good. After G6, D4. Let's see if I pass. Normally, I want to pass. So I took a look at it, and I did. E4. I went E4, B4, H2. I still chose the arrows what I wanted. After H2, F6, H5, takes G6, takes G6, C2. Now, even though I saw all that, still, because of the trade-offs, and his position, my position is better than his position. After C2, E2, takes A1, F3, F7, F5, takes F3, takes F3, B3, E5, C1, F1, F6, D7, H4, H4 takes, G6, check F6, F7, check D7, F6 takes, F4, check, G5, check G4, H6, H4, check, H5, F5, G6, F4, check, H7, F7, check, G8, f6, e2 check, g2, f1, takes f1, and now he sees that there's nothing he can do. e1, takes e1, d3 check, f1, b2, and there's mate g7. Now let's go back quick. And like I said, I pick and choose the arrows, except in the opening. That was all me. And we went like this. That's the knight over the crown. That's what this is called. And this is my opening, one of my other openings. And this I picked up off of df8 to work like this with the rook lift and a 2-pawn push. And I would push these pawns up and play this game. And I think that move there was the arrows. That was the arrows. And that might have been a split decision because I like passing all the time. I always say I like to pass. Open this up because I see this opens this lane up. And I chose the arrows. It looked like a quick mate. That's why I had to take it, because the queen come down, the bishop's here. What is he going to do? He was pinned, so he had to go that way. Game goes on. It's amazing how it calculated this. See, a computer's a calculator, so even though I'm using assistance here, it's, but I still pick and choose my arrows, what I like better. Sometimes you got to sacrifice a piece to get to your position. And, by doing this and playing these games, and even though you're using the arrows, you can learn to do this on your own. Against a program or a human, it doesn't matter. Game went on. And that's it. Okay, thanks for stopping by. We're going to have some more Battle of the Boxes coming your way.